Hello and welcome to Krishi Jagran Business powered by Still India. This is Yash Saxena. Let's take a quick look at the top headlines of the day. CII organizes 4th edition of Agri-Tech. Experts discuss next agri and food revolution in Delhi today. ATL and KVK-ATMA launch event concludes successfully in Delhi. Culture Working Group hosts webinar on harnessing living heritage for a sustainable future today. UP government fixes wheat MSP at 2,125 rupees per quintal for 2023 to 24 year. Bihar wheat procurement to begin on April 20th. Officials plan to lift 10 lakh metric tons. Punjab government to provide farmers with 24/7 electricity during wheat and paddy season. Maharashtra government allocates 21.9 crore rupees for 14 agriculture projects in Latur district. Pushpa Chilli from Gujarat set to spice up Karnataka's politics after Amul. Poland halts low-cost wheat imports from Ukraine after Polish farmers protest. Now the news in details. The 4th edition of Agri-Tech organized by CII in collaboration with FACE took place in the Indian Habitat Center in New Delhi today. This time the conference was themed Harnessing Agri-Tech for Driving Next Agri and Food Revolution, Progress, Impact and Potential. Some of the leading names from the agri industry joined the event and discussed how Agri-Tech can change the agri and food processing sector in the coming years. Devendra Singh from Ernst & Young, R.J. Agrawal, Group Chairman of Dhanuka Group and many more senior officials and guests from Agri World graced the event. Take a look what conference co-chair and country manager at Yara India, Sanjeev Kanwar has to say.
I think the agri startups have a potential to play a very important role in the agri sector because they're coming in they're trying to address the knowledge issues. Let's say if you look at the yields in India, pretty low, and it's very difficult to reach out to 140 million smallholders. So digital is the way to do that. So you can actually go very, very hyper local, advise the farmers on what to use, when to use, how to use for his or her particular farm, and that can happen only when you address it digitally, and that's where the Agri-Tech companies can come in.
The conference also had panel discussions where the eminent speakers shared their insights on the potential and next phase of Agri-Tech, on which R.J. Agrawal, Group Chairman at Dhanuka.
देखिए, किसानों के लिए सबसे बड़ी एडवाइस है कि उनको ज्ञान जो है, ना तो हमारे पास पुराना ज्ञान रहा, ना हमने नया ज्ञान लिया, तो जो ज्ञान प्रॉपर होना चाहिए वो नहीं है। तो सबसे पहले किसानों को ज्ञान जो है कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र, यूनिवर्सिटी या प्राइवेट कंपनी से जाके लेना चाहिए।
Jatin Singh, Managing Director at SkyMed Weather Services Private Limited, also shared his thoughts on the topic. Take a look.
I think you will see a lot of consolidation. I think you'll also see even more extreme levels of innovation because you're either going to innovate or you're going to die. And now you could kind of, your business models could always stretch themselves, raise more money. You could spend your way to growth. Now all that is stopped. So now you really have to make margin, that too in agriculture, for you to grow. So I think a lot of innovation is finally going to come in, which is a good thing.
The launch event for Atal Tinkering Labs and KVK-ATMA collaboration successfully concluded in the presence of esteemed guests today in Delhi. Samuel Praveen Kumar, Joint Secretary at Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Manoj Ahuja, Secretary at DNFW, Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, Mission Director for Atal Innovation Missions at Niti Aayog, addressed the launch event and highlighted how this collab will empower farmers through innovation and collaboration. Take a look at what Samuel Praveen Kumar, Joint Secretary at Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has to say.
Actually this program is meant for fostering the innovations at the school level, school children level. You have this Atal Innovation Mission under which the Atal Tinkering Labs are functioning all over the country. About 10,000 are there. And the idea, as Dr. Chintan Vaishnav has said, has come from none less than our Honorable Prime Minister, who gave this idea of fostering new innovation and technology in agriculture sector through school children. The young minds are, brilliant minds. We always say children are innocent, children are sweet, but what we forget is that children are also intelligent.
The second webinar on topic Harnessing Living Heritage for Sustainable Future took place today by the Cultural Working Group under India's G20 presidency as the knowledge partner UNESCO Paris facilitated it. The webinar discussed the value of living heritage and its role in sustainability. Experts from 29 countries including G20 members and guests as well as other international organizations attended the webinar. The goal of this webinar was to create inclusive dialogue and facilitate an in-depth debate on leveraging living heritage for a sustainable future from an expert-driven perspective. The webinar also assists the G20 membership in generating tangible and actionable objectives. The third and fourth webinars will take place on April 19th and 20th. The government has implemented the recently decided minimum support price for wheat for 2023 to 24 year. During the current purchasing season, the government would acquire wheat at price of 2,125 rupees per quintal, which is around 110% quintal higher than last year. On Tuesday night, the decision was made in a cabinet meeting by distribution. The wheat buying season began on April 1st and will last until June 15th. According to senior government officials, the government has set a goal of purchasing 60 lakh tons of wheat in the fiscal year 2023 to 24. It has built up 5,900 centers across the state to accomplish this. We will prioritize the small and marginal farmers who produce 60 quintals of wheat or less. The center will be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath promising that no one will be turned away. The center will be operational for as long as farmers need to sell. District magistrates and divisional commissioners have been designated as nodal officers to oversee the centers, he explained. According to cooperative department officials, Bihar will begin purchasing wheat on April 20th and plans to lift 10 lakh metric tons. The cooperative department has requested primary agricultural cooperative societies to buy quintals of wheat at the MSP of 2,175 rupees from farmers who want to sell to government organizations. Bandhana Priyashi, the secretary of the cooperative department, stated that the objective of government procurement in Bihar is to spare farmers from the compulsion of selling their harvest at a loss. In contrast to target of 10 lakh metric tons for 2021 to 2022, Bihar only was able to buy 3,519 metric tons last year compared to the aim of 7 lakh metric tons, the procurement of 5.55 lakh metric tons in 2022 to 21. The Punjab government has announced the provision of an uninterrupted power supply to farmers during the paddy season. Fatehgarh Sahib MLA Lakh Singh Rai said that the government will make sure that farmers make use of latest technologies for profitable agriculture while addressing a Kisan Mela held at Attewali village. The district level Kisan Mela was organized by the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Department. The minister said that it would be the first time in Punjab that the farmers will get an uninterrupted power supply for wheat and paddy seasons. He added to his statement that the government is planning different methods and strategies for the betterment of the farmers. According to an official, the Maharashtra government has approved 21.99 crore rupees for the establishment of 14 agriculture projects in the Latur district. Warehouses, sanitation and grading units and dal mills would be built throughout the district as part of the project, he said. The government has been undertaking the Bala Saheb Thackeray Agricultural Business and Rural Transformation Project in the state to establish complete competitive chains of agricultural products. Efforts are being made to establish a comprehensive and competitive value chain in order to increase a producer's share of the price paid for product by consumer. A grant of 4.96 crore has been awarded to 6 farmers producer firms as part of the 14 sub-projects to be established in Latur as per an official. Karnataka's already heated electoral politics may heat up even more. The declaration by Amul that it will enter the Bengaluru milk market has raised the political temperature in Karnataka, with the opposition Congress accusing the ruling BJP of planning a conspiracy to eliminate the state's renowned dairy brand Nandini. However, Amul milk is not only Gujarati product making inroads in Karnataka. A Gujarati chili type known as Pushpa, sometimes known as Lali, is now causing quite a stir in Karnataka's Baidagi, one of Asia's largest chili markets. According to sources, at least 20,000 quintals of Gujarati chili have been sold at the Baidagi market in recent months, despite the fact that Pushpa does not compete with the native Dabi and Kaddi kinds. A large number of Gujarat type has reached the local market. Poland suspended Ukrainian wheat imports. The announcement comes only days after Agriculture Minister Henryk Kowalski resigned in response to farmer protests over increased resource prices. With the recent decision by Prime Minister's cabinet, the Polish-Ukrainian grain deal will only enable Ukrainian grain to transit via Poland to third countries until July. Janusz Kowalski, Poland's Deputy Minister of Agriculture, described the judgment and its implication. The decision was made as a result of low-cost Ukrainian wheat flooding the EU market since the start of the conflict with Russia, to the point where Polish farmers have protested what they regard as a threat to their home market. So this was all about the news. For more updates on Agri News, stay tuned with Krishi Jagran Business. This is Yash Saxena signing off.